Good morning. Um, how are you? Day 12, being positive. How you guys doing so far? Um, Looks pretty good out there. Today, I've got a couple of ideas. My wife asked me, well, we were talking, as we often do, about how this whole thing is going and how her day is. And um, she brought up a topic that she wanted to talk about. And it stems from her week. And it seems with a reticular activating system, and those of you that know me have heard me mention that before. Those of you that aren't familiar with the reticular activating system, ask me. I'll share it with you later. Um, when certain things start to take place and they become important, you start noticing them all the time, right? So her week has gone a certain way. Just as my week has gone a certain way, certain things stand out. And one of the things that she brought up, and it was puzzling her for a little bit. She's extremely intelligent, so she ponders these things as well. She said she's not sure why people don't, not everybody, of course, don't allow other people in their lives to change. Let me clarify that a little bit without going into too much detail. People come to us all the time, and we love to listen, we love to talk, we love to help. And Sarah, my wife, is a generous soul, and she, God bless, she help everybody. She just likes to be. She's that type of a caring person. And when they come to her this week, I would imagine that they're reliving or hashing out their past and blaming others in their past for their current state of mind or their current state of being or the way they feel today. And and I'm talking 2, 3, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And I've had this conversation with a few of my students as well, and my friends, about how people blame their past circumstances on their current failures. Now, Sarah was asking and was trying to figure out. My dog was trying to. He's 17, bless his heart. Was trying to figure out why people just can't let other people have the chance to change and grow too. So on that note, I have a question for you, and then I have a fun challenge and some stuff for later. But so on that note, let me ask this: somebody in your life has obviously done something less than perfect to you, for you, around you, with you. Okay, and it was their character at the time that disallowed them the view to see that it might have been wrong. And again, wrong, it's a word. You moved on. Do you carry that baggage with you? Now, we've all heard the expression, forgive and forget, or forgive but don't forget. Do you forgive and move on? Are you still holding on to something that weighs you down that somebody else did? I mean, it was their doing. They did it to you, but they did it. And now they're either back in your life, around you, or had never left your life or circle, and you still harbor those harsh feelings. So it's a tough one for me because I can put myself in both positions. Okay. I think we all can. So let me try without being too personal. That's what I'm trying to avoid, and bring out names. Do you? Wow, this is a tough one to put out there. Okay, so you're in a relationship. Could be husband, wife, brother, sister, mother, daughter, father, son. Parent, child. A relationship, and somebody in the relationship blew it, and I mean just blew it. And I don't know. I'm not talking about physical harm. It could be, but I try to. It's a whole different subject for me. Don't hurt people. But let's say they just blew it, and you separated. You parted ways. Okay. And a lot of people at the time of leaving a relationship, any relationship, and this isn't everybody, but a lot of people need to create negativity about the other person to make it easy to leave. Jeff, go online. I see you calling, buddy. I'll talk to you in a minute. My cousin Jeff's trying to call. Let me put that out there again. Okay, so when the relationship splits and a relationship is going away, usually one or two of the parties need to make the other person more of a villain than they absolutely are in order to let them go. It's not necessary, but it happens. Okay, so now we've got a villain on each side. Do you allow that villain the chance to change? 10 years down the road, you see them, they come back into your life. Are you hopeful that they've grown and changed past that? And does it even matter? Do you let them back in your life if they appear to have changed? These are weird questions, huh? Anyway, something that Sarah brought up, and we're talking about it. We're thinking about it. My point of view at this moment, which could change, is that people in my past who have done things drastically out of sorts that don't fit with who I am, didn't fit with who I am back then, I really hope that they've grown and changed. Absolutely, I want people to change and grow. That's what I'm about. Do I let them back in my life? Probably not. Okay? You forgive, but you don't forget, right? Now, do I hold that against them? No, I don't. I wish them well. But I have, unless it's a major extenuating circumstance in their family. You know, if their family, you got to love them, right? Something like that. But anyway, that's something for you to think about and maybe share with me to help us in our conversation. But being positive, day 12, being positive, I want to remind you a couple things. As a challenge, challenges are meant to bring out the best in ourselves. So as this challenge moves forward, I'd like to know if it's bringing out the best in you or if it's bringing out the worst. Hopefully you get to look at both sides, right? You go, I didn't do so well today, or I don't want to be positive today. And then the other side, I want to be positive and everybody else too. So you go out and you hit people with flowers all day long. Be positive. So it's meant to bring out the best in ourselves. And another quote that I wanted to share with you that popped up a couple of times. Nothing we do for children is ever wasted. So if you want to make somebody happy, what you do, let's make some kids happy. Now, that doesn't mean spoil them. Unless you're a grandparent, then you can spoil them and send them home, right? Okay. Moving forward. Laughter's good chi. You guys, I'll crack myself up more than anybody else. I don't laugh often out loud, hard. I'm a pretty serious guy, but I crack myself up. I'd like you to crack me up too. Send me a joke. Make me happy. Send me a joke. Make it clean or send it privately. Okay. So today, were you one of those people? In your past, have you mistreated others? If you have, do you regret it? Now, I've heard and been known to say, I have no regrets. And there's usually a good follow-up statement that says, I have no regrets because everything that I've done in my life, the lessons that I've learned, has led me to where I am today. That's a positive spin on our life, right? So I have no regrets. Everything that's happened to me and that I've done in my past has made me the person I am today and allowed me the opportunity to grow tomorrow. Pretty cool spin on that statement. As I get older, I look and don't really have a regret, but see missed opportunities. Is that the same thing? Um, I think I'd love to go back and spend more time with my kids. I quit a few jobs and taught out of my house so that I could be home with my daughters, and spent a lot of time there, and financially took the hit, but man, it was worth it. I've got 4 beautiful, intelligent daughters, just wonderful kids. And then, I would have loved to spend more time with my sons. I have 2 stepsons, And because of circumstances, it's just how it happens. I would have loved to spend more time. So is that a regret, or is it a missed opportunity? Because now I get the chance to do that, right? Okay. So did you or were you one of those types of people? And if you did mistreat others, do you regret it? Here comes my follow-up question for you, for me to learn. I know it's kind of selfish, huh? If you did, do you want to make amends with the people or person that you mistreated? If you do want to, do you think it would make a difference for them or for you? Sometimes I put these questions in the middle of all this positiveness and nobody answers them. This is one I'd like you to answer. Have you mistreated somebody in the past? And I'm not talking about, hey, that's Jeff. Call me back, Jeff. Not yet. Wait till I'm done here. Have you, maybe, I wonder if he needs help. It's pretty early in Arizona. Maybe I'll answer it if he calls back. All right, so go back to the question real quick. I'm sorry, guys. If you've mistreated, I'm not talking about little things. I'm talking about, let's, whatever size. If you've mistreated somebody in the past, do you want to make amends, and do you think it'll make a difference in their life or your own? I've got two circumstances way back in my past, two, to where I feel I didn't give as much of myself to a relationship that I could have. I'm totally happy with my relationship now. I love my wife. I mean, awesome. Okay. But through our relationship, I've learned that when I was younger, I didn't know anything. Okay. I didn't know. I was really kind of self-centered and lost for a little while in certain parts of my life. And I think we all get that way. But there are some really, really wonderful people that I would like to go back and not make amends, but kind of apologize, I guess, and let them know that at that point in my life, it wasn't them, it was me. Does that matter? If it was you that happened to, would you want that to happen? Would you want somebody to come back and let you know, hey, look, I'm sorry I didn't give you the time. I wasn't focused. I didn't realize, this was this way, and would you want that to happen? And I've been thinking about that with me, and I've got, a few people in my life that have treated me that way, and I don't care. If they did come back and they were sincere, I would love to see the fact that they've grown to that point. I would, but it doesn't make a difference in my life one way or the other. It really doesn't. So it's kind of a weird thing for me to look at. I want to learn. I want to grow. This is something I want your help with. So if you can do that, do it for me. I know it's selfish. What can I do? I got another thing to ask of you in a minute too. So forgiveness and closure. Do you need to give your explanation and receive forgiveness so that you get closure and move on? I have friends that are in recovery, I have students who are in recovery who come in all the time, and they have, certain steps that they take. And I've watched this for years, and I've watched it help some, and I've watched it not help some. And they have steps that they do, and part of it's forgiveness, and part of it's being forgived, and asking for forgiveness for some of the things they've done. I'm not sure that that's the same thing, because if it's part of something you have to do, is it really sincere? So that's just a byproduct question here. Do you need forgiveness, or would you like to give forgiveness? All right, let's get busy here. Regrets. Talked about regrets. I'm making notes now. I never do this, and when I do, I stumble. I used to just flow. Okay, so looking across the web and looking at happiness and looking at the people that are happy, I've got tons of you in my life that are just break down, absolutely nuts, crazy happy. I love it. And a lot of you are getting that way. You're letting things go. You're saying this helps. Movement. There are research studies, if you need them, okay, about how movement, exercise, or physical activity, whatever you want to call it, can help you become happy. Now, I am very aware of the fact that if I miss a workout, I'm grumpy. It's like some people like their coffee. I don't do coffee, but I gotta have my coffee and now I'm gonna be good. Go for it, okay? For me, if I get too busy to take care of myself, I feel it. And if I feel it, I beat myself up. And if I beat myself up, I'm less than 100% happy. So I try to get those workouts in the best I can. And it's a constant reminder that to refocus on what's important and get clear. If you're not healthy and happy to be around for your family, I don't know if that makes you happy or not. So let's do some movement today. I would like for you, this is your challenge on day 12, being positive and being happy. Move. Exercise. If you've been wanting to better your life physically and get out there and do some exercises, find a program. Talk to Nancy Bozick in Arizona. She'll point you in the right direction, or she'll make you sweat at her place. If you're up here in Michigan somewhere, come to me and I will put you to the task. If you're not and you want to reach out to my little brothers in Albuquerque, I've got other relatives in Arizona. We've got people in Utah. We got Mr. Smith in Virginia. I know he better get up and get off his butt. There's people all, you don't even need me. There's so many physical fitness gurus around the world. Reach out to them. And again, my daughter's got a company, Trevor Cashy Network, who have coaches that will help you do that too. Find somebody, find something that makes you happy. Dance, basketball, weightlifting, martial arts, running. What else could there be? Gymnastics, yoga, volleyball, mowing the lawn. That's a type of meditation. Get on your mower or push your mower and have at it. Move, make yourself happy. Let me know what works best for you. Again, if it's R-rated, send it to me privately. But move, make yourself happy. And you know what else? Another thing that you can do to be positive is plan your future. Plan tomorrow, plan next week, plan the month, plan for retirement. And write as if anything was possible. It doesn't have to be realistic. This is just a plan. Let's just call it a rough draft of whatever you want to do. Now, make it as big as you want. I don't care. I was going to say, don't say you want to live on Mars, but if that's what you want to do, go for it. Okay. All right. So today, day 12, be positive, make a plan, move, share something with a child. And if you got time, send me a joke and or answer my question. Okay. The question was hard to boil down for me and my wife. We're discussing this. If you have done something in the past that you're not proud of or you consider a regret, do you need closure and forgiveness for closure? If you've been wronged in the past, would you like that person to come back and try to make amends? Do you allow others the opportunity to grow and change? And if you do, does it even matter to you? Okay. Do I end it this way? I'll save this question for tomorrow. Okay. And I will write it down. So I have a question. Okay. Kind of pertains to this, but day 12, happiness, get out and move, make a plan, make it giant, share with me a joke, answer my question if you want to. And will I go live on Monday? I will go live on Monday from the martial arts site. We're going to start working physical adaptation for today's street confrontations. And so Bing Ye, and I'm sorry, Bing, if you're watching, asked me if I had a flow drill for Chin Na. And I do. I'm going to steal Jerry Cook's Shaolin handshake and show you that. Mr. Cook, if you're watching, I remember doing that a long time ago with you. It was fun. All right, you guys, have a beautiful day. Day 12, be happy, or be positive. Excuse me, be positive. And I love you. You guys have a good day. I'm going to see what my cousin Jeff needed. Jeff, I hope you're all right. I'll be there in a minute.